Maya had worked the diner for over a decade, invisible among the clatter of plates and hiss of the grill. On a rainy Friday, the noon rush faded, leaving only stragglers. In the corner booth sat the Iron Guardians, a weekly pack of leather-clad bikers led by Bear, a massive, bearded man whose presence sucked the air from any room. They were loud but tipped well and never crossed the line. By the window, a woman and her young son sat in tense silence. She trembled, eyes flicking to the door at every jingle of the bell, sweater pulled high despite the heat. The boy, maybe 7, stared at the salt shaker with hollow, listless eyes. His name was Leo. Maya approached, ready to order. "Just coffee for me. Black," the woman said, voice shaky. "He's not hungry." But Leo's stomach growled audibly. His gaze locked on the menu's pancake photo, raw longing on his pale face. Maya crouched. "Hey, Leo. I'm Maya. We make killer chocolate chip pancakes. Small plate on the house." "No," the mother snapped, panic flashing. "Just coffee." Maya started to turn away, but a tiny tug stopped her. Leo's fingers pinched her apron. He leaned close and whispered, "I haven't eaten since Tuesday." The words slammed into her. 3 days. She saw the mother's silent tears, pure shame. Across the room, Bear watched the exchange, expression unreadable. He gave a slow nod, then looked away. Acknowledgement. Permission. Maya squeezed Leo's hand. "We're going to fix that." In the kitchen, she told Sal, the gruff cook, "Biggest breakfast platter. Grand slam, extra everything. For table 7. On my tab." Sal glanced out, saw the worn clothes and desperate grip on the coffee cup. "House covers it," he grunted, already cracking eggs. Maya brought milk first. Leo drank it down in desperate gulps, leaving a milky mustache, the first spark of life she'd seen in him. Then came the platter. Towering pancakes, crisp bacon, eggs, hash browns, sausages. The smell turned heads. Leo attacked the food like a starved animal, barely chewing. His mother, Sarah, took a hesitant bite of bacon. Her shoulders dropped. Relief replaced tears. The diner quieted. Eyes followed the scene. Bear rose, crossed the room with deliberate steps, and stopped at their table. Sarah froze, ashen. Leo's fork clattered. Bear looked only at the boy. His flinty eyes softened. "Enjoying those pancakes, son?" Leo nodded, wide-eyed. Bear sat, uninvited but careful not to crowd. To Maya, "Refill my coffee here, sweetheart." While she poured, he asked Leo about school and cartoons. The boy answered shyly. Sarah's terror eased into confusion. Bear met Sarah's eyes. "You running from someone?" She crumpled, nodded once. Leo spoke up, small but clear, "My dad's looking for us. He gets mad." The words exploded in the silence. Bear's jaw clenched. He stared at the table, then told Sarah, "Finish your meal. No one bothers you here. I promise." He returned to his booth. The Guardians, laughter died, grim faces leaned in. A council forming. Minutes later, Bear called Maya over. "How much for their meal?" "On the house." "No. It's on us." He slapped down $200 bills. The others followed, one by one, 50s, 20s, hundreds piling into a thick stack. More than Maya made in a month. "Tell her to get a good room for a week," one said, scarred face and eye patch. "New clothes for the kid," Bear added, "and tell her we'll be here. One guy stays in the lot. In case trouble shows." Maya carried the cash back. Sarah stared, disbelieving. "I can't." "You can," Maya said. "And you will. They're watching the parking lot. You're safe." Sarah broke, sobbing into her hands. Leo hugged her neck. Maya stayed close until the storm passed. Then the door jingled hard. A tall, thin man dripped rain inside, pinched face. Predator eyes. They locked on Sarah and Leo. A nasty smile. "There you are. Thought you could run." Sarah shielded Leo, rigid with terror. Before Rick could advance, Bear and the scarred biker blocked the doorway, 2 walls of leather and muscle. Silent. Rick snarled, "Private matter." "Move." Bear crossed his arms. Muscles strained leather. "I don't think so. She's finishing her coffee. You're not welcome. She's my wife." "Doesn't look like she wants to be," the scarred one growled. Rick scanned the room, the rest of the club now standing, watching. Outnumbered. Outclassed. His rage crumbled to sullen defeat. "This isn't over," he hissed at Sarah, then fled, door slamming. The diner exhaled. Bear knelt by Leo. "He won't bother you again." Ever. To Sarah, we know a safe shelter. My friend runs it. Clean. They'll help you start over. We'll take you. They did. The guardians surrounded Sarah and Leo like a protective detail and escorted them out. Maya watched from the doorway as rain eased and sun broke through. A small, gritty miracle. Years later, Maya co-owned the diner with Sal. The guardians still claimed their corner booth, but now it felt like family. Sarah earned her nursing degree, landed a hospital job, bought a little house with a yard. Fear faded from her eyes, replaced by quiet strength. Leo grew into a confident teen, soccer player, good student, always sharing his lunch with kids who had none. Every year on that Friday's anniversary, Sarah and Leo returned to the same window table. Bear and a few guardians joined. Maya sat as a friend, not a waitress. On Leo's 18th birthday, he stood with iced tea raised. You didn't just give us a meal that day. You gave us our lives back. Maya, you listened. Bear, you stood up. You showed a scared kid what real strength is. He looked around at weathered bikers, Maya's tear-streaked smile, his proud mother. To listening, he said, to quiet whispers that change everything, and to heroes in leather instead of capes. Glasses clinked. A perfect, small note in the diner's familiar rhythm.